Knight, Stuart Whitman, Harry Morgan, Kim Hunter, Norman Lloyd, and Sandra Locke.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. We offer up hopefully salutary, possibly educative, but certainly a few terrifying little items in this, the mausoleum of the malignant. An outhouse full of bogies, elves, pixies, bad fairies, and a few demoniac inhabitants, all put together for your pleasure and titillation in what we call the Night Gallery. Painting number 1, having to do with fishermen and what they fish for. Or more specifically in this case, a fisherman and what he wasn't fishing for. What appeared in his net one afternoon defies logic, reason, and belief. But there it was, Lindemann's catch.
Miserable floating hulk.
Looks like a lugger, doesn't it?
2 square in the stern. She's kitch-rigged. Trawler of some kind. So you better put some water between her and the coast, so she won't be seeing Boston this time.
She'll not make Boston.
Who says?
The cards.
Where do they put her down, Master Suggs? The cards, I mean. She hold her bottom on a reef or strip her sails in a gale. Don't these cardboard squares offer anything but disaster, huh? High seas, crosswinds, man overboard. That's all you offer us. Isn't there one single cheerful prediction in this net of doom you weave every night? Come on, give us some fair winds, good fishing. Or maybe a keg of treasure to be washed up in this benighted little place to make our lives easier than what they were.
I only say what the cards tell. What about your fortune in the cards? Or in the palm of your hand? The price of a small brandy. Maybe I'll see a fortune coming your way, huh?
A fortune for me? Oh. The only fortune you see for me, Suggs, is a bony rider on a pale horse. Ask your cards how I outlive my patience, huh? Oh, this damn fog chill. Physician, heal thyself. That's what they say. But not in this place. No, not here.
Filthy night.
Did you see that ship out there?
Too, master? Too shallow of draft. Too big of sail. Badly skippered. She was too busy shifting ballast. Look where she was going. She almost ran me down. But that's all in the night's sport. Hopeful idiots like myself to be killed by fearful fools.
Captain Lindemann, maybe the cards will offer up a better fortune for you. Here, take one. Maybe the palms of your hands will show a windfall on the way. Or the tea leaves. Let me read the tea leaves for you, Captain. Ooh. Many a pretty picture's painted in the bottom of a cup for a man. A potion. Would a potion of a sort interest you? I've got ancient bottles that are the perfection of the soothsayer's art.
Mr. Suggs, I have to live with the fog because it's hell's blanket and it creeps up through the earth to bedevil seamen like me. And there's nothing I can do about that. And I'll go out every freezing morning and come back every wind-screaming night with just enough in my net to keep me alive. Now, all of that is my miserable lot, Mr. Suggs, and will be, until God turns my sail into a shroud and throws me back into the sea. But what I don't have to do is to come in here night after night and look at that wormy little face of yours and listen to all this bile of potions and palms and tea leaves. Now this is what your fortune is, Mr. Suggs, where a man splits.
You had no call to do that, Captain.
Didn't I? No call, Mr. Suggs. Well, I'm going to give you your fortune. Because you've wasted so much of my time, I'm going to wind you up on your back with a bloody mouth.
Must you take your miseries out on harm this little man who do you no harm?
On whoever, Doctor. If he throws his lines in my waters during my one free hour to get myself drunk and forget my miseries.
You're an evil man, Captain. You've got no heart in your body. You can't love. You can't give. You can't share.
Share. Share, Mr. Suggs. Now, you just had a share of it. A spoonful was inside of my gut, the hate that I have for this place, the company, the time, the weather, and the catch. And how about you, half-frozen cod catchers? Huh? What would Mr. Suggs have you love? The sea, maybe? Shall we love the sea, even though it frightens us, and ages us, and in time kills us? And yet we still go out every morning to embrace her. That's because we're fools. We're damn fools, and we don't deserve any better.
Captain. Either we're out of our mind,
Likely. We're all full up on bad grog. Maybe you can tell me why 4 full-grown men kneel around a fish net and shiver.
Looky here, Captain. You see what we see, you'll shiver too. I'll get another light. Did you see, Captain?
Illusion.
Then we've all seen it.
Kill it. Throw it back in the sea.
Captain, it's part human.
It's all monster.
50 years I've sailed, Captain, and I've never seen the likes of this. It would be sacrilege to harm this creature.
Are you suggesting take it home, fondle the face, and then fry it from the waist down? That's not from Davy Jones. That's from the devil himself.
I wouldn't believe it if I weren't seen it with my own eyes. Cut her loose out of there, somebody.
Your catch, is it, Doctor? Or are you confiscating it in the interest of public health?
She's half frozen.
She is a finned and scaled nightmare, that's what she is. And this knife would be better used...
You call her a nightmare, Captain Lindemann. The gesture is human.
Captain, think a bit. We could keep her alive. We could keep her on exhibition. I've seen men pay good money to look at unearthly objects in a jar of alcohol. What would they pay to see a mermaid? A real mermaid?
To that end, Captain, count this an offer. Let me take her. I'll feed her and take care of her and put her on display. What's more, half the take will go to you and your crew. I've no doubt, but the take won't be minnow-sized either, because Charlie's right. Barnum himself couldn't come up with anything to equal this.
I'll think about it.
It's a gold mine we got here, Captain.
Woman or fish, she's a gold mine. Now, I be thinking we should keep her on board.
You be thinking too much, Charlie. You're not the master of this boat. And that catch isn't yours. It belongs to me. Now, I said I'll be thinking about it. While I'm thinking, I want all of you to leave me alone.
Captain, you can't leave her in that net and...
That's enough out of you, Doctor. That's enough out of all of you. Now go on. Go off to your houses. I'll go back to that pig trough that Mr. Bennett calls an inn. I'll lie in the gutter for all of me. But just leave me alone. Now go on. Get off the wharf. Oh, no. Not back into the sea. The sea gave you to me. The sea gave you to me, and now I'll ponder it a bit.
What does he want to see me for?
He said he'd come right aboard and go to his cabin.
Captain Lindemann.
Come in, Doc. Sit down.
What's it all about, Captain?
Warm yourself first.
Thanks. The men say you haven't shipped out in 3 days.
Little short leave for them.
What about you?
What about me?
Captain, that creature you caught in your net, no one's seen her since you brought her in. Now, Bennett's willing to give you cash to work out some arrangement that might seem fair.
So put her in a tank someplace where the bumpkins can stand around drooling.
Captain.
Doc, she's sick. She's not eating anything in a day and a night. She just lies there on the deck.
Where is she?
Down below in the hole. Seems to be wasting away. You've got to help her, Doc. You've got to treat her to give her some medicine. You must keep her alive. She's more human than anything. We communicate together.
She speaks to you?
Not in words or language, but she makes herself understood, as I to her. You must see what you can do, Doc. Please, do what you can.
That is to say, she been out of the water too long. Now, you know what has to be done. You've got to throw her back.
Give her medicine. Something to give her her strength back.
She gets her strength from the sea, Captain.
Save her.
I wouldn't know how. I treat only humans.
She is human.
3 nights ago, you said she was a nightmare, a monster. I'll tell you something, Captain. She's a little of both. And I'll tell you what she isn't. She's not a companion to man. Any man.
Help her!
Help her. You help her. Give her back to the sea.
Crazy, I'm telling you. He's turned crazy is what he's done.
Keeping her down there in the hole.
Planning on selling her, that's what he's a mind to do. That's the last we'll have seen of him.
Did you expect different? It's what I've told you 100 times about Lindemann. He's got no heart. He's made out of iron and wood and ship's tar.
But with sufficient heart, Suggs, to call me out in the middle of the night to help that creature.
For what purpose? To keep it alive so as he can torment it?
To keep it alive, because he's a lonely man.
That lonely, Doctor.
As lonely as it's possible for a human being to be.
But it's a creature. It's not human.
Whatever it is, it won't survive more than a few hours.
We could all go aboard. A boarding party. And tie her up and take her up to Boston and sell her while she's still alive.
All right, you do that. You do that, but you better draw straws. Who's to be the first man down the hole? Because whoever it is won't be alive when he gets there. Do you understand? Captain Lindemann, in the manner of solitary, friendless men, has found something he can care about. Reptile, apparition, specter from the seaweed, whatever it is, it's given him something he can love.
That won't do it, Captain.
What we'll do with Suggs? He leaves.
That trawler you saw off there the other night, it went aground off Carney's Cape just like I said it would.
That pleases you, doesn't it?
No, not a bit, Captain. I may cry doom, but I don't take pleasure from it.
What do you take pleasure at?
From helping. I take pleasure from helping. I'm offering up a hand when I can help.
Well, you stick that hand back in your pocket. I'd rather take my lunch out of a bilge bucket.
You don't understand, Captain. I've come here to help as only I can.
You help yourself by causing a distance between yourself and me. Or have you forgotten how many times I've laid you on your back? Or how many teeth I've loosened in your mouth?
It's all forgotten, Captain. I told you I had potions. Powerful nostrums with miraculous properties.
Enough to burn my insides, no doubt.
To make a whole woman out of a half a woman.
You be careful what you're saying, Suggs.
I mean it. You pour this down the mouth of that creature you have down there, and by dawn, she'll walk on 2 legs. It's 2 bells now, by 7 bells. A miracle will have occurred.
I'm a desperate man, Mr. Suggs. My desperation is called insanity, I know that. But it's sufficient enough to break you in pieces, if this be a joke.
Captain, it's a scrawny, brandy-soaked carcass I carry around with me, but it's all I've got, and I value it. Now, do you think I'd come here in the dead of night just so you could tear me in half? Make her drink it, and then leave her alone. In 5 hours, give or take a few minutes, you'll see the change.
If this be as you say. If this be as you say. I'll bless you, Suggs. And I'll not forget it.
She means something to you.
She means life itself.
She'll have life itself. As a gift from me to you. With my compliments.
Magical miracle. Or whatever, you're a woman now. It's worked. Suggs! Suggs, it's worked! You made it happen! She's a woman now! She's no creature. No reptile. She's a woman! You don't believe me, gentlemen? Well, I tell you what I'll do. I'll walk her out here under the deck, that's what I'll do. I'll walk her out here so that you can see for yourselves. Come on up and show them. Come on. Wait, please don't. Don't.
You've fed our sea for 1,000 years. She calls us still unfed. Though there's never a wave of all her waves, but marks are dead.
Master Suggs, anything to add?
Doesn't have to be your lot, Doctor. What about a palm reading? Let me take a look at the tea leaves for you. Your fortune, eh? Let me read your fortune, Doctor. Don't let me read your fortune, you'll never regret it. Or a potion, perhaps. I've got a treasury of potions, a fair trove of delights never tasted by any man, Doctor.